Peter Parker, Spiderman, has completely lost his powers. To fix it, he turns to the one person who might be able to help, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. The story begins in Reed's lab, where he's working on a powerful and experimental particle ray. The idea is to try and recreate the same conditions that originally gave Peter his spider powers. As Reed finishes setting things up, he looks at Peter and asks one last time if he's sure about doing this. Peter doesn't hesitate. He says there's no need to wait. He remembers that when he first got his powers, he didn't take the responsibility seriously, and someone died because of it. He doesn't want to make that mistake again. Reed tries to comfort him, saying that the recent fire in the city wasn't his fault. Even if he had powers, the odds of him being there in time were almost zero. But Peter doesn't care. He says there's always going to be someone out there who needs help, and he wants to make sure next time he can do something. Reed nods and begins the experiment. The particle ray turns on and hits Peter. He screams in pain. It's intense. Reed watches the screens carefully, but nothing is changing. The readings show no results. Worried, Reed asks Peter to think back to the very first time he got his powers. Was there anything unusual about that day? Peter, still in pain, says he remembers crying. The kids at school had bullied him and he was feeling really emotional. That gives Reed an idea. What if Peter's emotions were part of what triggered his powers the first time? Maybe that's the missing piece. Reed tells Peter to stop focusing on the pain and instead think about all the people who count on him. Not just friends and family, but also total strangers who might need his help one day. Peter closes his eyes and focuses. He imagines all the innocent people he might be able to save. He remembers the faces of the people he's helped before, and the ones he never got the chance to. The thought of not being able to help again hurts even more than the physical pain. Suddenly, an explosion blasts through the lab. Peter is thrown across the room. He lies on the ground, dazed and out of breath, and asks Reed if it worked. Reed doesn't answer directly. Instead, he asks, "How do you feel?" Peter blinks and says, "Stronger, I think." Reed checks the data. Things look good. But there's only one way to know for sure. That's when the Thing, Ben Grimm, walks in grinning. "Why don't you try hitting me?" he says. Peter hesitates, but Reed gives a small nod. "It could help us see how strong you are now." The Thing starts playfully teasing Peter, just enough to provoke him. It works. Peter takes a deep breath and punches him. The Thing crashes through several walls like a wrecking ball. Peter stands there stunned by what just happened. He can't believe what he's done. Reed looks at the damage, then back at Peter and says with a smile, "Astonishing."